We got another reaction video and ciao. Today's video may be a grand lesson in over exfoliating, so keep watching. Now again, let me reiterate, this is a learning experience. No shade, no mean comments, none of that is to be thrown at any of the participating parties. I mean, you can try if you want to, but my assistant's gonna eventually find it and delete it and remove it. But I prefer that you not leave it in the first place. But you are going to learn a lot from this video. It was originally uploaded in December of 2021 by Dyamond Myne. I will leave the link to the original video in the description box, so make sure you check it out. However, since this routine involved acne, I thought who else but to have come on the channel and react to the video with me than acne expert Marie Claire Cates. She is a medical esthetician and she is a friend. You know how Wendy Williams be like friend to the show? Friend to the channel. A lot of lessons learned, so let's get into it.
So recently my skin went through a very crazy acne change and I didn't understand what was going on with my skin. I tried several different things and techniques and nothing worked. I even gave up on my longtime dermatologist. I never really had issues with my skin until after I had my daughter. So here is just a few pictures of before and after. So in this video, I'm going to share with you guys everything I did to get my skin clear and get rid of hyperpigmentation. But I do want to say this, I did have a major change in my diet. I don't eat meat and I drink a lot of water. I'm sure that played a huge part in the skin that you see in today's video. So I want to share the techniques and products that I used throughout my skincare journey because it may help someone, but I do want to put emphasis on looking into your diet and drinking a lot of water. It is so true. What you eat shows on your skin. So without further ado, let's jump right into the video of my regimen, my routine, the products that I use. So yeah, let's go.
First of all, her skin looks absolutely beautiful. We'll get into what she did. And we talked a lot about diet and things that can trigger acne in previous videos that you've been on. And folks can check those out for the full tea. But what would you say is the biggest thing when it comes to acne and diet?
A really amazing acne-safe diet does help a lot. So, and then for me, it's definitely dairy, peanut butter, soy. I don't want to talk about the meat because I have a lot of customers who are vegan that breakouts a lot. So I'm not sure if the meat plays a part of it, but definitely drinking water and removing, you know, dairy, whey, soy, peanut butter from your diet to start with will definitely help out a lot, yes.
All right, so let's check out more of her routine.
Real quick, before I actually get into the skincare regimen, this should be a regimen too though, but I'm going to wash my hands first and I'm using this Dial antibacterial soap just to make sure my hands are clean and free of any bacteria or germs.
All right, I just needed to interject there because she brings up a huge, important thing, and that's to wash your dirty, stinking hands before you touch your face. Now, this goes for anyone, whether you're acne prone or not. It's a good practice to wash them stinking hands before you touch your face.
I won't be using my hands just yet to wash my face. There's so many fun skincare devices out. I'm going to be using the Luna Mini. I think this is the 2x40. I don't know. This morning I like to scrub my face with the Origins Ginseng Face Wash Scrub. Again, I'll have everything below. And before I apply the product to my face, or to the device I should say, I am going to wet my face and make sure the device is wet and then apply the product.
I remember cleansing devices having a really big heyday, you know, back in the 2010s. And of course, you know, we have newer devices out now. But I really want to know, what do you think about these cleansing devices, specifically for acne-prone skin?
Cleansing devices, I know they're just a big hit and people love to use them. But unfortunately, when you're acne prone, it is not recommended, because the acne bacteria reside on the surface of the skin, and what you're doing is spreading it around. And also too, you can introduce irritation to the skin. So your skin can just become really aggravated, like just mad at you because you're just doing too much to it. So I'm not a big fan of cleansing devices because I deal with mostly customers with acne. But if you don't have acne, go ahead and use them. But if you're acne prone, it's a no for me, unfortunately.
Washing my face and making sure my skin is dry, I always go in with the toner. I'm using the Ordinary toner with a cotton pad. Now, I prefer to use a toner because I feel like it removes any type of residue that may have been left behind from the face wash. I feel like it cleans your skin a little bit more without actually irritating the skin. OMG, y'all, if y'all don't get nothing else from this video, make sure you get this. The Up and Up Acne Cream from Target is a must have. Oh my God, I honestly believe like this is one of the major products that helped me clear up my skin and get rid of acne. Now, it is recommended that you use this, you know, whenever you have breakouts or if you're actually suffering with active acne. Girl, in my case, I love this stuff so much. I use it every day, regardless if I have a pimple or not. All right, so the final step to my morning skincare regimen, girl, is moisturizing. Now, I have super duper oily skin, so I normally do not gravitate towards moisturizing my skin. But baby, when I tell you this Tata Harper moisturizer is bomb, girl, I'm definitely moisturizing 2 times a day. And also, I do need to add this. When I stepped up my moisturizing game, I noticed that my skin wasn't as oily. Now, I'm still oily now. You can still fry a bucket of chicken on the skin, but it ain't as bad as it used to be.
Thing with toner, and a lot of people use toner in this way, but toner's function really isn't to remove, you know, the excess makeup that's on your skin. Toner has a lot of functions. It can, in this case, hers was more of an exfoliating toner. Sometimes they can hydrate or they soften, but it's not really meant to take your additional makeup off. If you still have makeup on, you may need to either do an additional cleanse or maybe take some micellar water and kind of, you know, get a cotton pad and get the little residue off. But I do have a question. When it comes to either using salicylic acid or benzoyl peroxide, both of which are, of course, acne treatments, but when do we use one, when do we use the other? So please enlighten us.
Salicylic acid is great for people with blackheads. So if you have open comedone, blackheads, salicylic acid is great because it helps to break down the bond between the dead skin cells. So I love using it for that purpose. Now, if you have active breakouts like inflamed acne pustules, you have cysts, a lot of inflammation, I would prefer that you use a benzoyl peroxide because benzoyl peroxide does a lot. It introduces oxygen into the pores, and we all know that bacteria cannot survive in the presence of oxygen. So this is why I love using benzoyl peroxide. So it does that. It also exfoliates the skin. It does that, right? And it also reduces sebum production. So that's why I would use benzoyl peroxide if you have inflamed acne, and then salicylic acid for if you just have oily skin, your skin is too oily, and or you have blackheads on the nose or on your chin, then I would prefer salicylic acid in that instance.
Is it okay to use benzoyl peroxide every day like that when you don't have active pimples, like the way that she's kind of using it in a preventative method? Because benzoyl peroxide can be a little drying, so I'm wondering if that's okay. So what do you think?
Because there is no cure for acne, we can only manage it, right? So even if you're acne prone, like myself, I am acne prone, I still use benzoyl peroxide every day, but I use a 2.5%. So there's 2.5, 5%, 10%. So when I'm not actively breaking out, I do a 2.5%. This is just to manage my acne, and I only use it at night. Because using benzoyl peroxide in the daytime can cause irritation, especially when you go out in the sun.
Now, speaking of drying and all that other stuff, I feel that Diamond made a great point about moisturizing her skin, that she said that, you know, once she started to use a proper moisturizer and she used it twice a day, that she started to notice a difference in her skin. Now, I don't mess with anything Tata Harper. You know, we did a video on that. Y'all can check it out for the information, or maybe somebody will clue you in the comments. The moisturizer that she is using, it did look good. I ain't gonna lie, it did look good. Marie Claire, can you talk to the oily dolls out there? Because I do find that people with oily skin, I think that because you have oily skin, you shouldn't really be moisturizing. But talk to us about that.
Yes, being super oily myself, I learned this the hard way. Yes, if your skin is oily, you still need to hydrate and moisturize, because when you don't, then the sebaceous gland that produce oil just kick in, and it just signal like, oh my God, let me produce more oil, because you need more oil. So now you just have more oil and it causes more acne. So definitely, it doesn't matter if you're super oily or not, you should be using a moisturizer and a hydrator, or you know, one of these two.
She didn't show it here. I really wish I would have seen it, especially since this is her daytime routine. Would have loved to see some sunscreen here.
I would suggest that you include your neck as well, because it is still part of the face. So when you're doing your skincare routine, make sure that you include your neck. So anything that you're using on your face, use it on your neck as well, except for benzoyl peroxide, of course, because it's a little dry in there. But the cleansing, the serums, the moisturizer, the sunscreen should also be applied to the neck.
First off, let me just say this. I beat the hell out of my face today, and I really don't want to take this makeup off, and my wig is laid, child. After I have clean hands, I'm going to go in with some makeup remover wipes. Now, this ain't really all that. I mean, they just cheap and you get a lot, but it ain't, you know, it ain't special. So I'm just going to use this wipe and remove a majority of my makeup. First off, if you wear makeup and the only thing you do to remove your makeup is using the makeup wipes, I need you to stop and I need you to add this to your regimen. The micellar, I think that's how you pronounce it, micellar cleansing water is a must when it comes to removing your makeup. Now, even though I use the makeup wipes, I'm quite sure I still have makeup on my face. So this water is great for removing makeup, oil, dirt, all types of stuff, girl. Like, watch this cotton pad and watch how much makeup is still on this cotton pad. Look.
So makeup wipes, they're so often misused, where people will think that either they're cleansing their face with it or that it's getting off all their makeup. So I really like the way Diamond also introduced a micellar water afterwards to make sure she got all the makeup off, and then we're gonna see her doing an actual cleanse. Me, myself, personally, I do prefer using either a cleansing oil or a cleansing balm, but I do remember, because I listen to everything that Marie Claire says, I do remember you saying something about oils, like there are specific oils that you like better for acne-prone skin when removing makeup, but I'm not trying to put words in your mouth. So what was it that you had said?
What I had said was, so like you said, for you personally, you don't prefer to use a makeup wipe. I don't either. And for my acne prone dolls, I prefer just to do a double cleanse with a gentle cleanser rather than doing an oil cleansing method, because when we're acne prone, because the acne bacteria loves to feed on oil, so using oils like shea butter, olive oil, coconut oil will definitely aggravate the acne. And there are only two types of oil, actually two oils that are acne safe, and that's safflower and sunflower oil. But again, for acne prone, I just say just do a double cleanse with a gentle cleanser. That should be just fine if you're acne prone. And if you're not acne prone, you know, have at it.
So I'm going to be using the PMD, and I'm going to be using the Origins Checks and Balances face wash. I've been using this for years, by the way, and my skin loves it. So this is a staple. The PMD, I actually don't like it. It just doesn't do it for me. The Clarisonic is the best thing ever. And because the Clarisonic is discontinued, they're closed, I am just going to be sticking to my Foreo, the mini. You know, I'm just going to stick with it, because this I'm about to throw it in the trash. I just don't like it. I don't feel like my skin is being clean when I use this.
I do have a question though, because she used the device in the morning and then she used it at night. Now I know from my own personal experiences, when I used to use the facial cleansing devices, I used the Clarisonic, I couldn't use it every day. I could use it maybe 2 to 3 times a week. But what do you think of using the cleansing devices twice a day, the way it seems that she's been doing?
I think this is a lot of over exfoliating personally, and two, by experience, just dealing with people with acne for over 12 years. So I think she's overdoing it. And also too, I think the reason why she's using it that much and is not getting a lot of irritation per se is because she doesn't appear to have like cystic acne, you know, like pus and cystic and a lot of inflammation. So this could be a reason why she can get away with it, and maybe she doesn't have sensitive skin as well. But for me, I would say use this device if you have blackheads, and I would say once or twice a week. I would say at the most, right? 1 to 2 times a week should be enough.
Okay, so next we're going to move on to this bad boy that you need to have that has definitely helped with hyperpigmentation and evening out my skin tone. It is the PMD Microderm Classic Microdermabrasion Treatment. Y'all, this is a must. Now, I've had this thing for several years, and in the last couple of months, I decided to use it, and oh my God, it has done wonders to my skin. It comes with several different discs to help you like exfoliate and get rid of all the dead skin on your face. Girl, this is something that you definitely need. You will be surprised at how much dead skin your face actually has, which also contributes to acne, uneven, you know, just unhealthy looking skin. At the beginning, I started using this twice a week because I knew, girl, I had a lot of dead skin on my face because I had never done this before and I really wanted to step it up. So I did it twice a week, and then once I started noticing the difference with my skin, I dropped it down to once a week. Now, it did take me maybe about 2 to 3 treatments to actually start to see a difference, and it was very light at first, but as I continued and I stuck with it, I saw drastic results, and also I saw immediate results when it came to my skin just being smoother and having like a nice radiant glow. Y'all need this. Don't even play with yourself. Put it in your cart. So after I use that device, I go in with the toner, the Ordinary brand, as I mentioned earlier. And so after I do the toner, I also follow up with Paula's Choice Exfoliator. I love this stuff. It makes my skin feel so damn soft. Ooh, my skin feels so soft after that.
All right, relax, because I see y'all already in the comments. That was a lot of exfoliation. I would also like to repeat that Diamond's skin looks amazing. Like you can see the glow and the texture looks good, but that was a lot of exfoliation. Now remember, in other videos I've told you that a lot of things count as exfoliation. The cleansing devices count as physical exfoliation. Simply rubbing your hands across your face when you're cleansing it, that counts as physical exfoliation. That Ordinary glycolic toner, that's chemical exfoliation. The Paula's Choice BHA, that's another chemical exfoliation. That PMD device, I'm not very familiar with the PMD device, but that's also a form of exfoliation. That was a lot of exfoliation. And you know, if it's like a Saturday night and you and your homies are together, you can use that last clip and do a drinking game on how many times I just said exfoliation within the last like minute or two. So Marie Claire, first I need to do a wellness check on you, because I'm like, I gotta make sure you are okay as well. So we talk about over exfoliation a lot on this channel and how it can impact the skin's barrier, but how does that pertain to acne prone skin?
Okay, Diamond, you got me. But I appreciate her honesty, and and I just love watching this video, her personality alone, and her skin does look great, like you said. And again, I want to point out too that notice that Diamond does not have a lot of cystic acne. That's what it appears to me when I'm watching the video. So from watching the video and watching her skin, I can see that she doesn't have inflamed, pustules everywhere. But even with that, I think that was a lot of over exfoliating, and you've just commented on those, Danielle. That was a lot for me. So definitely that could really, really destroy the acid mantle, which is the natural skin barrier. And once that is compromised, your skin becomes more vulnerable, you understand, to inflammation. And once you destroy the barrier, your skin is more vulnerable to introduce like more bacteria in, and your skin becomes more inflamed. So I would say, to me, I think it was a little bit much.
And here we go. It's the up and up again. This is a staple. I'm telling y'all, it's what your skin needs. It's going to take you there. It's going to give you what you need. It's going to give you that glow, that radiant, that smooth, that, ooh, girl, you got some beautiful skin. What's your regimen? What's your secret? So after applying this product, I'm going to go in with a retinol skin brightening solution. This is by Dr. Dennis Gross. I'm not quite sure if it's working or not, honestly, but it is something that I have been using for the last couple of months. So I just want to share with you guys everything that I am using. So I don't really know if you should just jump out and go buy this.
We got a lot to unpack here that just happened within the last, like 30 seconds or so, right? So now I just want to reiterate again, Diamond Skin is beautiful, like mwah, chef's kiss. This is a routine that works for her. Beautiful skin. It is a lot going on here. I don't think that the average person would be able to, like, and this is just one day. This is all in one day. The thing that I kind of picked up on, she used the Dr. Dennis Gross retinol serum, and she said she's not quite sure if it's working for her. I have to wonder, because benzoyl peroxide and retinoid cancel each other out. I wonder if that might be a cause as to why it's not working out for her. But I do have a question from Marie Claire. Would you recommend using benzoyl peroxide after all of that chemical and physical exfoliation?
That's a great question. And again, to me, I agree with you. It's a lot of exfoliation. And instead of doing all the process that she just did, I would have just used benzoyl peroxide alone, because again, like I mentioned earlier, benzoyl peroxide does everything that she just did, right? It kills acne bacteria, it exfoliates the skin, and reduces sebum. So instead of doing all of that, I would have just cut to the chase and just keep the routine simple and just use the benzoyl peroxide. I also want to note here that I noticed that she's using the serum after applying the acne cream, and that I would reverse those steps. So if you're going to use a serum and an acne cream, use the serum first and then use the acne cream. And if you're using a serum, let's just say you're using a vitamin C serum before you use your acne cream, just give it time to just penetrate. I would say if you give it a good 10 minutes, if you can, let it penetrate, and then go in with your acne cream. Never do the serum after the acne cream. It should be the other way around. So that's one thing I noticed there while watching.
And finally, I'm going to finish off my night skincare routine with a moisturizer.
She shows her AM and PM routine for an entire week. Some of it is repetitive, so I'm just going to kind of summarize to, keep the video production costs and timing down, you know what I'm saying? The next morning, her AM routine was the same as the previous AM routine, but at night, she switched things up. On day 2 at night, she cleansed with the Clarisonic, and then she used the Gleaming Vitamin C Clay Mask, which she said she loves, and she even loved it so much that she put herself on a subscription so that she can, keep getting it. So she loves that. If you've ever tried that Gleaming, let me know in the comments. I've never tried it before. And after that Gleaming mask, she used the Ordinary Glycolic Acid Toner. After that, she used the Foreo Glow Mask. I've never used the Foreo Glow Mask, but she used that with the Foreo UFO 2 device. Look pretty interesting. Diamond is definitely up on her device game. She definitely has me interested in a couple of devices. I'm not sure that I would use them all, in the same routine like this, but she got my interest piqued. Then she used the benzoyl peroxide treatment all over on top of that, and then she ended it with the Tata Harper moisturizer. On day 3, she said her AM and PM routine were the same as day 1, so, okay, we saw that already. On day 4, night 4, she used an exfoliating scrub, and then the Clarisonic, and then the Dr. Dennis Extra strength peel, which in her defense, she said she does not use it daily because it's strong. She also mentioned that, you know, her skin is a little, you know, a little strong, so she can take things more than, you know, maybe the average person can. The peel, the Dennis Gross peel, she said that she only uses it once a week or once every 4 days, depending on what her skin is looking like. So it doesn't seem to be a, you know, a mainstay, something that she uses very often in her routine, but combined with the other things, it does seem like a lot. But let's go on to what else that she used. Now, the thing is, she did mention that she uses the Dr. Dennis Gross peel at night because she said going out during the day with the peel and being in the sun without sunscreen, you can burn your skin. So I'm like, okay, maybe she does use sunscreen somewhere in her routine, but maybe she just forgot to put it in the video. I would hope that she's using sunscreen because a lot of the stuff that she's using is very expensive, and you go and spend a lot of money on these products. You spend all the time and effort, and then you kind of flush it down the toilet if you're not going to use sunscreen. So I would hope that Diamond also uses sunscreen. Maybe she just forgot to put it in the video. And another thing, in Diamond's defense, she also said that she often rotates her nighttime routine. So there's some nights where she doesn't have any treatments at all. She may just cleanse and put her moisturizer on. So I do feel like, you know, a lot of this video is really kind of like a compilation of what she does so that she can show, you know, the viewing audience what she uses. But she did mention that she's not using the treatments every single night. So, yay.
I want to do a quick side-by-side comparison so you guys can see what my skin looked like on day 1 in this video, which is to the left, and what it currently looks like right now, which is to the right. So as you can see, the hyperpigmentation is still there. However, it's not as visible or as dark as it was on day 1 in this video. And also you can see that the skin appears a lot more smoother. And this is how you can tell it's no cap. I'm not lying. If you look at the clip on the left, that's the day 1 of me filming the video. And then you look at the current clip, which is day 6 to the right. That bump, that little bump, pimple, whatever it is, I don't even know, girl, it's still there. So you can definitely see where my skin has improved within 6 days. So just imagine if you keep doing this for 30 days, what your skin gonna look like. Stop playing with me.
Y'all better stop playing with her, period. Like I ain't playing with Diamond either. Like, Diamond, you so pretty. You got some good ass skin. You doing a lot of exfoliation, but you got some pretty skin. So we did see some improvement in her, the hyperpigmentation that she said she had on her cheek. I did see some fading there. But what would the average person's skin look like after 30 days of doing this type of routine that she demonstrated for us?
Yes, Diamond skin looks absolutely stunning. I have to say it again. Diamond's personality kept me watching. I just love her personality, period, okay? I just love that. I love that. I love her skin. I love her personality. She's stunning. But with all that said, I think let me just not forget to say something here. Diamond knows her skin. Notice how she says, my skin can handle a little bit more. So she knows her skin. I feel like she's trusting her gut. Like she has experience with her skin. Like you can tell she's just up on her game. So, but for me, I think like the average person who's watching this video, who doesn't know what type of acne they have, what they're doing, what's happening with their skin, I think the average person would definitely get very irritated skin, and their skin would be completely over exfoliated. That's my professional opinion. I think that's what, in 30 days of doing all this, oh my God, I think it would be too much, again, for the average person.
Night 6, she cleansed with the Clarisonic. She used a steamer, and then she used the Origins Clear Improvement Mask. It's a charcoal mask, and then after that, she followed it up with the Ordinary Glycolic Acid Toner, and then she did the Dr. Dennis Gross Retinol Serum. One thing I will say, she does acknowledge that this is a routine that works for her, and that is so true. This is a routine that works for her. Now, again, as I've been saying, as we've been saying throughout this whole video, her skin looks absolutely beautiful. Like, I was looking at that skin like, yeah, Diamond, you do have some beautiful skin. Now, the thing is, as much as I've been sitting here saying, oh, I would never do that, or that's too much of that, or that this is too much of this, The reality is there are people out there with skin issues and they don't know what to do. They don't want to have the issue. They sometimes get to a point where it's like, oh my God, I will do anything that I see, I'm gonna try it because I just really wanna get rid of this issue really quickly. And you definitely have to have empathy for somebody who's in that position. And also, a lot of people do not have access to pros. There should definitely be more access for everyone to healthcare. Skincare is healthcare. But one thing that I do enjoy about this channel, you know, not only just interacting with you guys, but we also get to bring on some of the professionals in the industry like Marie Claire. And I do have to ask Marie Claire, so there were a lot of things that we mentioned that probably wouldn't do that. Maybe you shouldn't do this much exfoliation. What are some of the first things someone should do that's when they're experiencing breakouts? They're like, they don't know what to do. Maybe they don't have access to a pro. What's one of the first things that they should do?
It's the best question. If you're experiencing breakout and you don't have access to a pro, I know these have worked for my customers. Immediately look at your diet. And I say it all the time. Eliminate dairy, whey, soy, peanut butter from your diet immediately. And then look also at your lifestyle. Are you not sleeping enough? Are you drinking a ton of soda? Do you drink water? Are you under a lot of stress? Is your skincare or the makeup that you're using causing you to break out more? So start keeping a journal. So if you don't have access to a pro, that's what I would say do. Keep a journal and just start eliminating stuff from your diet, right? And then look at your skincare. And if you guys need a list of ingredients that are not safe for acne-prone skin, if you need a list, contact us. We're more than happy to send you one. But just look at your skincare ingredients, or do they have ingredients that are causing you to break out even more? And then now, if you have access to a pro, definitely go look for a dermatologist that is specialized in acne, or a skincare therapist, an esthetician who specializes in acne. And make sure too that you ask for the receipts, people. Just because a dermatologist said, oh yeah, I'm a dermatologist, but do they specialize in acne? Or if you find an esthetician or skincare therapist, do they specialize in acne? Can they give you pictures? I keep a ton of pictures because listen, to come with my receipts, honey. Don't come for me because I'm coming with the receipts, okay? So do your research when you decide, you know, if you can afford to go to a pro. And then you know what, lastly, Danielle, I just say the best advice too is to be kind to yourself. Give yourself grace, knowing that you're doing the best that you can, and also approach everything that you're doing for your skin, for yourself. Approach it in the mindset that one day I'm going to figure it out. It might not be tomorrow, but the accumulation of just trying to figure it out will lead you to eventually figure it out. So be kind to yourself. Have compassion, give yourself grace. You're doing the best that you can.
Now, like I said, this is a learning experience. So please, no shade, no mean comments, none of that at any of the parties in this video. It will be deleted, so just please don't do it. Now, thanks again to Marie Claire Cates for coming onto the channel and dropping some gems. You can find Marie Claire on Instagram at Acne Expert. She also practices in the Beverly Hills area, so if you're in the area, I will leave her website so you can find out more information. She also sells some acne products, and I will leave a link to that in the description box as well. Now for your viewing pleasure, I'm gonna leave you here with another reaction video as well as the acne playlist where if you want to find out more information about the diet, the this and that, the third, the acne prone skin, I will leave that linked here. As for me, you know, I got another channel on here, a lifestyle channel, Life with Danielle. So if you want to know a little bit more about me, I am a little unhinged. I'll warn you. The link to my other channel will be linked in the description box, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.